Hi my beautiful Cancers, how are you? The last time we spoke, we were talking about potentially rebuilding a relationship with a special someone. So this will kind of bring more light to that situation if it's still ongoing, or give you a new perspective in love for the second half of February, so from the 15th forward. Just to say that again, I'm new to YouTube if this is your first time watching. So if you like the content, please like the video and subscribe to my channel, because it will be encouragement for me to keep uploading videos for you guys. And just to say that I've turned off comments, and that's just a personal thing for me, because I'm an empath, I'm highly intuitive, highly sensitive. So negativity really brings me down, especially when I'm just starting and giving my energy over to readings for you guys. So yeah, so I'm sorry if you guys need more clarity on things. All I can say is just keep watching and subscribe to my channel for new content, and hopefully the readings will resonate. It should resonate, this video should resonate if you have Cancer in your Sun, Moon, Venus sign or rising sign. Likewise, if you're a cross watcher and you're dealing with a Cancer, it could resonate for you. And if you're a Cancer also, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And if you have other signs in your natal chart, maybe that are strong, watch them as well. So we're going to get into it. This will be different to the last reading. We're going to pull cards for how you're potentially feeling in a love relationship with someone, how they're feeling, how you're seeing each other, the challenges you're both, or the lessons you're both learning, your desires, and kind of what binds you, and pull an advice card as well. And then we're just going to pull a nice message at the end as well. Okay, so without further ado, let us know what Cancer needs to know in love, February the 15th forward. Let us know what Cancer needs to know in love, please. Give us some guidance for Cancer in love. Okay, so your first card, Cancer, how you're feeling about your love interest, how you're seeing them, the lesson you're learning, your hidden desires, your conscious desires, how they feel about you, how they're seeing you, the lessons they're learning, their conscious desires, or their hidden desires, their conscious desires, what binds the two of you, the challenge you're both facing, and the advice. So I'm just going to fix the camera so you can see a bit better. And yeah. Okay, so how you're feeling, Cancer. I'm just going to flip over reversals. In these short readings I don't do them. So, okay. Okay, Cancer, so how they're feeling. Okay, interesting. Okay, so Cancer, in your last reading, now again this could read both ways, it just depends on your situation. In your last reading that I did for you, I distinctly remember that you were dealing with someone and you wanted, or the sign or spirit, the universe was basically giving you messages to say that you should try and rebuild with this person. Something happened in the relationship to kind of not tear it apart, not knock it down. I don't think it was that extreme, but something kind of came up and shook up the relationship, and really kind of, I think you were left feeling not a loss as such at the time, but kind of more of a, you didn't see it coming. And the guidance of the cards, the messages that were coming out for you at the start of the month, were all about kind of working to build that back up, or working towards a victory, either with this person or just for yourself. So I think that's what I can recall anyway. Right now, the cards, and I said it to Leo at the start of the month when this card came out for them, it's not all negative, okay? So really you have to take what you have and kind of work at your best to leave the negativity behind you. So the Five of Cups is all about loss. It's about something having some of your cups have basically spilled out, and you feel like a little bit of grief from that. You feel a little bit of pain, sorrow. You feel like you're at a loss. But what you have to remember, if this is you feeling this way about your potential love interest or partner, is that there's 2 cups behind the individual who's sullen here, okay? And the challenge, I suppose, without getting to the challenge card yet, is to really kind of flip this card on its head and turn your backs to what's been spilled, and turn yourself towards these 2 cups instead, because they're full, okay? So really what I'm seeing for you, Cancer, if this is you, is that maybe you thought that you were going to get a victory in this, and it really just, it hasn't happened yet, and you feel at a loss because you thought things were going well with this person, and things have changed, and it's been quite suddenly that it's changed. I see this person, how they feel about you, and it could be 2 ways. It could be that they're focused on building this relationship back up, which is more positive than how you're feeling actually about it. See, this person here is focused on this pentacle and focused on building, or this person is simply working on themselves. So we're going to get into this reading a little bit more and see what else pops up for you, Cancer, and hopefully get more of a steer as to what's going on. So how you're seeing your partner? Oh, the 10 of Cups, okay? You're seeing them as someone you could spend your life with, potentially, or definitely get into a stable commitment with. You're seeing them as someone who fills your heart with joy. You're seeing them as your partner in crime, a soulmate, someone you could spend your life with. Okay, so this is a big deal for you, Cancer, and I'm really sorry that you're feeling this way. I've been there, it's not good, and just know that it will get better, and that all is not lost. That's what you really need to focus on right now, regardless of how much you see this person as the person that you want to be with, and your 10 of Cups. I think it's really about looking inward as well and seeing if there's anything else that needs to happen before the 2 of you can come together. But again, we're going to look at this in more depth and see if we can get some guidance for you. So how they're seeing you, the Hermit. Okay, that's interesting. So they're seeing you, okay, you could be dealing with a Virgo, okay, because the Hermit is an archetype of Virgo, someone who's very wise. Yeah, like they could be seeing you as someone who they share a connection with, share a spark with, share, like you could connect with this person on a very kind of philosophical level. Because I know if per se you are dealing with a Virgo, Cancer and Virgo relationships work quite well in that Cancer, you're all about your heart, you're all about like feeling your emotions and being sensitive to others and their emotions, whereas Virgo, though they feel depth of emotion, they're more of an analytical, more with their thoughts. So what tends to happen in these kind of relationships is that there's a synergy with the heart and the head. So maybe like they're seeing you as someone who does light up their kind of not sensitive side, but who they synergize with on an emotional and mental level. Not to get caught up in archetypes at all, but that the Hermit is coming up, and I don't really understand how the Hermit would come up as someone they're seeing you as. I feel like this could mean that you're dealing with a Virgo, and that they're self-aware to know that the 2 of you connect on an organic and unconscious, subconscious, and all different levels, especially when it comes to the mental. But yeah, it could also be that, again, you could have 2 scenarios here where, again, this person is just working on themselves, and they're using their inner wisdom to kind of steer themselves in their own direction. Like maybe they don't, the opposite could be the case as well. Like maybe they don't think you two connect on a spiritual level. So there's two kind of ways this could be interpreted. There's two different groups of you who are experiencing this, I suppose. But I do think, let's get further into the reading, okay? Because there's still a lot more here for us. So the lesson that you're learning, Cancer, the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so this is all about balance and harmony and equal give and take. So maybe in this relationship or in this situation, you either gave too much or you took too much, Cancer. So maybe when you first started to court this person or get to know them or date this person, or maybe you got into a relationship with this person, only you know your situation and your circumstance, but one or both of you was giving too much and the other was taking too little. Usually if this comes up for, and I think for you, Cancer, if this is coming up for you as the lesson you're learning, you either need to learn how to be more giving in a relationship, or be more balanced and harmonize with your partner, or you need to learn how to receive and accept like what your partner should be giving you equally. So like love relationships are all about an equal give and take. And you know, I really do believe in that saying that we accept the love we think we deserve. So I think that's true as well. Like we really, before we can be with someone, before we can get this 10 of Cups, our heart's desire, the dream, we really need to be at one with ourselves and love ourselves first. And like it's only then that you can give your love out. So that's the lesson you're learning, Cancer. Take from that what is applicable to you on a personal level and in this situation. But yeah, the Six of Pentacles is a soul connection, and it's all about give and take, bringing balance. He's holding the scales in his hand. Yeah, so it's all about being balanced in a relationship and harmonious thus. So the lesson your person is facing, the challenge is similar actually, because the Two of Pentacles is equally about being balanced and harmonizing situations. Though this person seems to be experiencing, the lesson they're learning is it's not as much about giving and receiving other than being balanced per se, if that makes sense. Because if you see in this card behind this person, the waters are quite turbulent. I always think that they are to do with kind of not the emotional state of a relationship, but yeah, it's about bringing a sense of balance to the individuals. I see the Pentacles as the individuals, and a sense of synergy again to a relationship. So I would sense this as either they need to bring balance to themselves. Maybe they're dealing with some decision. Like maybe they're dealing, I'm not to say that there's a third party situation, Cancer, but maybe this person is trying to bring balance in accordance with how they feel in this relationship. Maybe this person doesn't know really how they feel. Maybe they're trying to, as I said, work on themselves, and so that they can get to a more balanced place. Yeah, so that's the challenge, I would say. If not, I would say that they are trying to work towards coming into balance with you. But it's funny that both of your challenges are quite similar. Whether that is to say that they feel as strongly about this relationship as you, Cancer, I'm not sure. what I'm getting is that this person is really focused on themselves. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting intuitively. But again, there's still a lot more cards to be turned over here. So let's get into the desires and get more of a feel for this. So your hidden desires, Cancer. Yeah. Okay, the Queen of Cups. Okay, I think you want this person to tell you how they feel. If there's anything there at the moment, they're not opening up emotionally to you. They're not giving you anything. The Queen of Cups knows how she feels, but she doesn't necessarily share it. Her cup is closed. She keeps her emotions to herself. So yeah, I think you're really desiring on an unconscious level for this person to tell you how they feel. And for that to be an unconscious desire, Cancer, I'm sure it's eating you up. And I think you just need, like, without getting into advice just yet, I think you need to just step back into your power and not let this person take over your thoughts and emotional well-being, because I've been in situations before where I can't stop thinking about why a person is acting a certain way, why they're not kind of telling me how they feel or where the relationship is going. And it really, when you give your energy to someone like that, like, this brings it back to this balance and harmonization and really just loving yourself. Like, I think rather than you needing this clarity from this person, with the Queen of Cups showing up here in this context, I do feel, Cancer, that, like, if this person wants to go on their merry way, you should let them and go on your merry way, and really just pay heed to what you need as an individual rather than what this potential relationship needs in order to grow. I think you need to find your 10 of Cups in yourself, nearly. If it is that this person is simply working on themselves, then you need to do the same. And maybe the two of you could come back together then. But again, there's more cards here. I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself with every card I turn because I'm trying to figure out what's going on here, Cancer, and I can't really get to the bottom of why this person isn't showing up as strongly for you as you are for them. So in their hidden desires, the Ace of Wands. Okay, so they want a new beginning. And again, I can't tell you if they want this with you, Cancer, because I'm not really getting that from how they're feeling or seeing you. So either way, they want a new beginning. So if we go back to our last reading again, for the start of February, we really did find that the Tower came in, and yeah, maybe this set that person back, and what you had been growing and building together, it did fall apart, and maybe that person is now going within to see if they do have feelings and if they do want a new beginning with you, or if they want to go on their way or work on themselves. So in your conscious desire, Cancer, yeah, okay, you've got the 9 of Swords. You've got some mental anxiety, like you're literally awake at night wondering about this. And I suppose for this coming up in your desires, in your conscious desires, I feel like you really want to get out of this, and you really want the truth. You want, like, the Swords are our thoughts. You want some mental clarity as to what's going on in this. Like, that's what you want. And for this person, they want the Knight of Cups. So okay, Cancer, they want something or someone, or they want someone to come forward with an offer. Maybe they're tired of waiting as well. Maybe they're tired of always putting in the effort and keeping things afloat. The Knight of Cups, that can be a water sign. So that could be you, Cancer, as a Cancer, or this could be a Scorpio or Pisces. Evidently in this reading, because we're dealing with you, like, it could be an offer that they want from you. With this in their unconscious as a new start, it could just be that they want a new start in love, and they want, that's that's what they want, or they want some communication, or they want just something new. So again, Cancer, intuitively, I'm not feeling like this person knows where the two of you are really going, or if they even want to know where you're going, which is really, really kind of not disheartening, but especially if this person, like if you feel like this person is your 10 of cups and you want this relationship and you want this situation to work, like it can be quite disheartening to hear. But again, let's see what binds you. The Three of Cups. I mean, that's really positive, Cancer, okay? The Three of Cups is all about coming together and celebration and like just being happy together. So that's what binds you. I mean, like regardless of how this person is feeling or coming across, or how I think they're feeling right now with regards to this situation, there is love here in some capacity. Like the two of you obviously connect on some level. And you know, if anything was lost with the Tower coming in, if these cups spilled out, the Three of Cups are still here. You know, the Three of Cups that emptied out here, they're still here. So it's really about working to bring balance to the situation, so that you can come out of this energy and come into this energy. Okay? So the challenge between the both of you, the Queen of Pentacles, yeah, I think you're dealing with a Virgo. Cancer, I do. Because the Queen of Pentacles can be Virgo as well. It's an earth sign. Yeah. There's a lot of Pentacles here. So if the challenge is the Queen of Pentacles, I think this is your person. The challenge is getting them to realize what this connection is and offer the Pentacle. I think this person doesn't know right now how they feel. They want a new beginning. That's clear. They want to be balanced. They want to have connection. They want to build with someone. That's all clear. They want new love and they want a new start. Okay? Something happened in your relationship, and I think this individual is now not feeling this way, not feeling as much grief as maybe you are. But I do think that they have not made a decision as to where you guys stand, but they have already kind of figured that the Tower came in and they kind of accepted it, I would say. They accepted the situation for what it was and not moved forward, but kind of just went inward to kind of figure out themselves. And that's where they're at now. They want a new start. But I think that's why, like, I don't think you ever got to that place, Cancer. I think you just wanted victory in this. You didn't want to just, like, you haven't gone within like this person has. You haven't really clarified how maybe you or this person was in the situation. You haven't really clarified whether or not the two of you are really right for each other, or whether this is just rose-coloured glasses, rose-tinted glasses, with the 10 of Cups being here. I think this person has not more of a steer, but more of a sense, an internal sense of knowing where they're at. Not necessarily where the relationship is, not necessarily in how they feel about you, but just in how they're trusting their own path and faith and just walking on regardless of what is happening in this situation. Whereas I think, Cancer, it's keeping you up at night in comparison, and I think you want the control, you want the relationship, and I think it really is just about letting that control go and seeing where this comes to, what happens in this relationship if this person gets out of their own way or gets out of the relationship's way. Because technically, you know, you could say this person isn't in their own way and they're just following their own path, but they're a challenge for you because you want this with them. So the advice is the 8 of Swords. Okay, Cancer, this talks about staying in this place of mental anxiety and feeling tied up and not free to move. This card is here to tell you that you are free to move, and really you can just unbind yourself, take the blindfold off, and walk through that opening in your thoughts, in between those swords. You have all the tools you need to get over this and get past it and get back to yourself, and really just have this faith that this other person seems to have, that whatever happens is for the best. So Cancer, that's what I have for you, and I'm really sorry if it was in any way disheartening. That's not my intention at all, but I can't help what comes up, and I just want the best for you as well. And this is what I'm seeing with this situation, unfortunately, and with the cards. So really, I would say just look after yourself at this point. And I'm going to pull a card for you to give you more positivity for the month of February. Like, all in all, Cancer, again, there is some positivity here. How they make you feel, that's positive. Your connection, it's still there, it's still strong. But yeah, the Tower did happen. It happened. And unfortunately, whatever happened was meant to happen. It was meant to be that way. As much as you think that it was out of your control, as much as you think that it wasn't supposed to happen, like, things happen for a reason, unfortunately. And it's those obstacles in life, it's those things that we're supposed to get over, and they build us up and they make us into better individuals and stronger individuals. So it's really about riding the wave and knowing that whatever is meant for you, it'll always be meant for you. So if this person is meant for you and you're meant to be together, Cancer, then it'll happen. You just have to mind yourself and look after yourself and do what's best for you, and just build yourself up and give yourself self-care and self-love, and everything will fall into place as it's supposed to. So a message for you: my outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. So Cancer, that is very true, and in this context it really hits home for me, because anything that we feel from the outset, from the external environment, anything that we are going through, it's all meant for us to take that and reflect within. It's all, like, all of these things that we go through in life, we go through them to build ourselves up, to grow and learn about ourselves and love ourselves. So anything that you experience, you need to reflect inward and take it as an opportunity for self-growth, self-care, self-love. So Cancer, that was your reading. Again, if you liked it, please do. And if you want more from me, please subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in March. Take care.